Come here. I want to tell you a secret. I got a magic letter about 8 years ago, and since this day, I have used this letter to make $100 million in sales. Today, we are going to use this letter to get $50 million in sales opportunities. You're looking at $3 million of it right here. This is a commercial project, and what we're doing inside this YouTube, we're going door to door, inviting commercial property owners. We're also talking to you about how we filled up a room full of commercial property owners to do $50 million in business in one evening. It's a magic letter. It's a complete formula. I'm gonna give you the blueprint, and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Let's go. So here's an example of the magic letter and invitation. It's actually a concept in which you create a perfect list of high valued targets. I'm on a high valued target right now, $3 million job. I researched the board president, found out where he lived, sent him an invitation. And now we're gonna knock on his door. It's the day of the event. We just want him to come to the event. I sent him some drone pictures of the damage. He's from a construction background. And this guy, like, he thinks that the roof's good, but if he has legitimate damage, he wants it covered. So we're gonna knock on his door and see what he says. Lee, I spoke to you yesterday. Oh, caught you at dinner, man.
Yeah.
Lee Haight, nice to meet you, brother.
Same here.
How long you been here?
20-some years.
And you said you're in construction. Was it remodeling or building? Oh, you're a builder.
Retired builder.
Oh man, so that's why it's in such good shape.
I saw it last year for, we'll call it, tried last year, 3 months. Going back in the saddle, but not hard.
Oh good. Were you here during the storm? Did you ride it out here?
Well, no, because my daughter, we rode the first one out. The second one.
It got pretty bad here during Helene.
Yeah, Helene, we never flared it low.
Nope.
Good thing. The Milton was the last one, right? Milton was the first one.
Milton was the second one.
The second one. Yeah, my daughter, her husband is a sheriff, it's a deputy. And he was supposed to stay home, but they mandatory called
evacuated.
him in. So she was up in Spring Hill, and I'm like, I can't leave you with the 3 babies over there, you know. So we always stay here.
Well, what happened when the storm was coming through, even if the tile didn't get ripped off, it's the chatter. See, these things are either mechanically fastened or mortar set. I didn't get on the roof. But what mortar set is worse than mechanical, because if the tile comes off the mortar patty, they start popping. And so what happens is the mortar patty can pull the underlayment, or the mortar patty is, the tile's off, it starts slipping out. And so that's functional damage, even though the tile's not missing. And so like basically, you can't really see it, it's not really causing a leak, but that same damage is legitimate and it's covered.
Okay. Well, I tell you what we're gonna do. We're not gonna put an insurance claim in. Good. Because we got a good insurance rate. We just had to redo our insurance.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't want to put a claim.
We wouldn't do that
on that. But what we're looking at, if you like to, we're gonna start changing the roofs.
Yeah.
Hopefully we could do them all, but on the budget we would. So if you want to, you could give us a quote.
Yeah, I'm gonna put together a quote.
A tile roof. We don't want the concrete. We don't want the dirtiness. Okay. Clay would be great. You know. How about this other stuff? I don't know.
See, I do a lot of stone coated steel.
Well, the only problem with stone coated steel, it'll get dirty too.
Nah, what we do.
See, that's the problem we're having here. These things look so nasty.
What we do is a little bit different. I'm partnered with a company that has a 60-year guarantee for no streaking, no damage, no dirt, and it's guaranteed.
Really?
And so, as a matter of fact, we're gonna have some samples tonight at the dinner. We're gonna be talking about this.
Yeah, I can't make it.
You can't make the dinner?
No, I got the Buccaneer thing.
Okay, you got but is this a Brava tile? These things right here are okay.
These things were sent, you know.
Yeah, these Brava tiles are okay. There's nothing wrong with them.
But I don't know their comparison to we'll call it a clay tile.
Well, see, the thing is about these.
What's the insulative value? Because clay is really good insulator. You know. So what's this versus clay tile expense-wise? What's the cons, what's not the cons?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And you know what? This is a good roof, and we actually have installed these. The only thing that's different about these is that sometimes these products, when they sit in Florida for 15, 16 years, they show their true colors. And the reality is they haven't had a chance to show how they react over time. But I can tell you that I can give you good, better, best options. And also we can find funding options. Like we have a whole different way that we can get the deal funded. Now, one thing's for sure, I will go over all these options, but who else on the board would be involved?
Well, there's 5 of us involved on the board.
Okay.
And the manager.
Okay, cool.
Back for the one be holding it all.
Is there any of them that is like your right hand in construction that you can think of?
No, not really.
Not really? None of them are really construction handy?
No.
All right, so hear me out a little bit, okay? Because I want to do the roof for repair if you want, or for replacement later on, no problem. But hear me out, okay? The insurance company knows that your roof was hit by 2 hurricanes. Before, the insurance company knew the roof was about 20 years old, and now they know that a 20-year-old roof may be damaged. And so here's the thing. You had a really good rate before the insurance company knows that you have hurricane impact. What happens is after a year, and we saw this because we are from Naples, Hurricane Irma, Hurricane Ian, we saw condo boards do repairs, but then the insurance company sent them a letter. Hey, to keep insurance, you're gonna need to pay to replace your roof. Now, this roof is anywhere between $2 and $3 million. That's how much it's gonna cost. They cannot individually raise your rates because of a claim. And the reality is that when you have a new roof, you're probably gonna shop on the insurance market for a better rate, because I'm gonna give you wind mitigation, and the biggest thing that determines your rate for insurance is the age of the roof. The older the roof, the more likely that they would have to pay because of hurricane damage. And so the way it works is if you do nothing, if you just wait, like let's say you wait 2 years to do the roof, then you have to pay 2.5 to 3 million out of pocket. The reality is the insurance company, they cannot penalize you for documenting the damage and turning in a claim. And the way it works is, even if you get 50 to 80% of the coverage, because I can't tell you 100% they would pay 100%.
Right.
Because I can't tell you that.
Right, no.
But if they paid 50 to 80%, it would be $1.5 to $2 million off the cost of replacement that you have to do in the next 2 years. And so we had 100-mile-an-hour winds. And have you been up there?
To any of these roofs?
Yeah.
Well, the roofer we use now, he shot a drone and he said they're pretty good shape.
So I can't tell you, because you heard construction from me. I can't tell you how well the mortar patties are attached until I do
get up there physically, see if they're
so I have found damage with the drone, but I haven't done a physical inspection. Now there's a lot of good repair roofers. I'm a little bit different. I specialize in doing the complete replacements and doing the claims process, and I'm going to leave behind my case studies and commercial book, and I want you to go through the process and read it. And then when I come back with my estimate, if we just want to do a retail deal, no problem. I can find funding. We can go for a retail option. But I'm going to do my part to educate you on what happens.
That's good.
And if you have legitimate damage and they owe you 1.5 to 3 million, you want it covered, right?
Yeah, I want it covered, yeah.
Okay, well, we don't know if you have damage until I check the mortar. And I'm going to come check that later on. Let me grab you my references real quick. So this is a stone coated steel, an older product. I didn't do that. That was an old roof, but that shows how stone coated steel is proven, because that was like a 20-year-old roof with no deterioration. I replaced that roof with a standing seam. That wasn't an insurance claim. This was retail. We do a lot.
You replace it because the roof failed, or they?
No. This condo got a letter from their insurance company stating their roof was 16 years old, and that they didn't replace it, that they would drop their insurance. So they got.
How the thing is going nowadays, the insurance is telling us what to do. You know.
Well, that's the point.
They always try to do that in construction.
And so this is sort of our claims process. We're going to do a detailed inspection where I'm going to check for mortar. It's going to be basically an estimate that's put together. I don't make the price. This is like the blue book value of the insurance software. It's called Xactimate. And so I put all this together. And so what we end up doing, I mean, these are large retail projects. This was actually an insurance claim. It's a big casino, flat roof. We get to some of the projects that are more like yours. The tile roofs. These big tile roofs, like these projects here. This was a $4 million tile roof. This roof was paid for by the insurance company. We had to sue the insurance company to get it, but it was paid for in full, and we built scaffolding around it. We did all this. This is one we're doing right up the street. It's South St. Petersburg off of Bayway Isle, but this one's currently under construction. So this is a tall 10-story. We're doing the tile work right here. But this one you can go look at our job site and see what we're looking like.
Main thing about these projects, as you can tell the scope and the complexity of how we work, most of these were paid for in full by the insurance company, and that's what I want you to think about.
All right.
Is repair, replacement. This roof is going to cost 2.5 to 3 million. If you have legitimate damage, there's no guarantees they're going to pay for the whole thing.
Right.
But I guarantee they're going to give you 1.5 to 2.5 million.
Okay.
It may take a fight.
Okay.
We may have to argue with them for 6 months to a year. But if I have to argue with them to save you $1.5 million, you're going to put me on them, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll catch up with you.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, buddy. There you do it, boys. It's a $3 million roof. He had said, we got a good insurance program. We don't want to file a claim. That's the common objection you get from these guys. But you know what? Just agree, baby. You got to make an agreement. You got to be agreeable. That's what I did right there. I said, yeah, buddy, I got you. Repair, retail, we can do it. If you don't emphatically agree, then he thinks you're trying to argue with him. But if you emphatically agree, you can just tell him the complete opposite in the next sentence, and he'll agree with you, because it's a beautiful thing. And we're on to the next one, guys. Hey there.
Hi, how are you?
I'm Lee, RCA. You spoke with a lot of my guys.
Okay.
I'm the owner of the company.
Roof?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
What's up, brother?
What's up, man?
How you doing, man?
How you doing, man?
Good to see you, dude.
Good to see you.
Hey, I wanted to personally invite you. I know you've been working with some of my guys, and we're ready to go whenever you are. But tonight, I'm doing something that's kind of regard to the other property.
Okay.
My attorney, this guy's the largest insurance attorney in the state of Florida. You know, I found damage on the other property. It wasn't like crazy damage or anything. It's just something to think about because the cost of the roof is so much. I know you don't care that much, but I mean, $500,000 is $500,000.
The house is going on the market on Monday.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Maybe that is a scenario you'd have to disclose in the whole deal. But you know, it might sit on the market. The thing is if the insurance owes you $500, you still want it, don't you?
Dude, we went through the craziest thing ever with fucking insurance. And
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, the other house.
What happened? Just keeping insurance because it's such a big property?
Dude, so we had damage to the floors.
Yeah.
There was water damage underneath. We couldn't see it. It was seeping underneath. It
Right.
got in. So we filed the claim on it, and in a house like that, you know, it's
Yeah, a lot.
$500,000 to get fucking new floors or
Right.
whatever. And they didn't want to fucking pay it. So what they did, I've never fucking heard this in my life. We had been with them for like 4 years or whatever. They just fucking gave us our premium back for the last 4 years. And just said we're out. Fucking cost more than what they would have paid on the floors. So I don't really understand, like...
Is it the same insurance company?
No, it's a different one on that one.
All right.
Never fucking heard of that in my life. They're like, we're just gonna give you
it-
all the premium you've ever paid. We're gonna give it all back to you.
It's as simple as this. That's a very big investment. The roof is a big part of it. How old is the roof?
The house is 12 years old.
So it's not a life and death situation, but the thing is that at 15 years old, it is a liability. So you have a $500,000 expense kind of looming. Now the person that buys that house might be a cash buyer. Cash buyers that don't require having insurance and shit, they don't care the same way that a lot of people do. But my point is there is enough legitimate damage for you to get a claim. And they will pay you direct. And the catch is, it may take a year. If you close between now and then, it's like, hey, dude, it's not really any damage. We're fighting the insurance, but yeah, take it or leave it, motherfucker.
What's the craziest? I've never fucking heard that before. Where they're
Right.
like, here, we're just gonna pay you back all your fucking premium. We're not gonna.
Well, this
we're
is
not
different
gonna-
because it's an act of God and it's a hurricane, so there's actually a trigger for reinsurance. It's not what you're talking about is sort of like they call it a negligence claim.
Uh-huh.
It's a different category to be an act of God. An act of God doesn't penalize you. And so simply, all I would say is the dinner's close. It's tonight. If you have anything, some spare time, come meet my attorney and just come chop it up with us. We're going to be talking roofing.
We were trying so hard to find, and we called so many attorneys, and nobody wants to fucking touch insurance.
Well,
Nobody wants to touch insurance.
Well, look, I don't know where we are with starting this roof.
Fucking waiting on this freaking the goddamn public adjuster. We finally had the mediation like 2 weeks ago, and in the mediation, on record, I have her saying we have no problem replacing an entire roof. We'll replace the whole roof. They just didn't like the fucking estimate I gave them. So then I gave them y'all's estimate, which was lower. And I haven't fucking heard back from her still. This bitch is taking forever.
So you're
dude.
still in limbo, and that's what we're talking about at Dimmer.
Yeah.
So this is like a commercial
I'm
claim.
getting almost fucking hurricane
That's what
season
I'm saying,
again, dude.
That's
By
what
the
I'm
time
saying.
I get this, what the fuck?
But you can just pay me to do the roof and let it figure it out. You don't need to wait on them, and because that is the case, you need me to give you a really just good price. like as if you're paying cash, and you just need to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's already done. And I mean,
well, dude, like I said, I'm getting to the point where it's for real. I mean, it's gonna. I mean, I'm nothing against you guys, but it's gonna take time to get the materials and everything, right?
Yeah, no, it is.
In all reality, if I just said go tomorrow,
it's 60 days.
How many? 60 days?
But here's the deal. I want all the roofs in the neighborhood that are left. I'm gonna put yours in front of other people. Plus, you're a cash buyer, so I can get paid in full when I'm done. I'm gonna put you, to a point where I could probably get based on material selection. Are you gonna go back with the same thing, Clay?
I want like what they have across.
Okay.
I want the flat.
Oh, great.
This time. I
No
want
problem.
fucking flat, dude.
No problem.
I don't want the barrel.
That's easy.
Flat.
That's available.
Yeah.
So we can start in 30 days.
And something in the lines of the.
I know it's
the
random
gray
and
also.
spontaneous. You
The
seem
gray
like
is what I'm
you
thinking
seem
of.
like a spontaneous dude.
I am a fucking.
Well, come meet my people, dog. It's fucking 15 minutes away, dude. Just come see us operate, see what happens, dude. I'll come
Where
do
is
your roof.
this?
It's fucking Brio. It's like right up the road at the mall.
I'm going to the stadium tonight for the draft.
Okay.
But
This shit
starts
is
before
important.
I can go earlier though.
This
It's
is-
not drafted until 18, so we're not drafted until fucking like 9.
Come on, bro.
So-
I'm on a mission. You're like the coolest motherfucker on the whole deal. Come on.
All right, bro.
All right.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Let me try it. All right.
Thank you.
Ivan, thank you for stopping by.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, man.
Here's my card. I'm the boss. I don't know who you got dealing with you, but you are dealing with me.
Okay.
So if you got questions, you can call me. How's that for fucking timing? Is that not the coolest fucking homeowner ever from fucking 5 to 50 million selling a marijuana license? I guess that should be public information, maybe. Sean, we gotta go to the fucking event, dog. All right.
You got someone to come to it.
Oh shit! Watch out! We'll see if he actually shows up. Is getting grilled by state senators. Why wouldn't we pass this bill? Was this not discovered? Why you had this report? Why did you not give it to us? Democrats, Republicans, grilling him, saying, what is going on here? You had this information. Oh, well, the report wasn't finished. Why didn't you tell us? Well, I didn't think it was relative. Who do you work for now? Well, why does that matter? There's bad everything. So whether it's the insurance company's fault or the attorney's fault or the roofer's fault, one thing's for sure, if it's my property, I've sustained damage. If you have legitimate damage, you want it covered, right? Yeah? Thank you guys. Appreciate y'all. Round of applause for everybody. Boom, baby! The event was a huge success. We had board members, deals. I know at least 1,000 square shingle job that's leaking. I smelled it as soon as I went into the room and had a detailed conversation. That board president, I called it before, she'd said, I want to repair. I don't want to do a claim. And it was so funny at the end of the meeting, she won the free $1,500 repair. She turned it down. Why? Because she's getting a new roof, baby. No roof left behind. We're all here having a good time. We had cams, we had commercial properties, we had warehouses. I would guess at least $5 to $10 million in business just from this night, but this whole night would have been a failure. Okay, look, you got to learn in sales how to turn the no's into a yes. This is the biggest lesson from the event. Everybody that couldn't make it to this event, there was literally $15 million in business written. They appreciated the invite. It started a conversation. Then I got them a complimentary report. If they couldn't make it, I brought the party to them, and guess what? So what if they didn't make it? I turned a no to dinner into a yes for a roof claim, and no roof left behind, baby. I need a drink. It's over with. Comment below if you had a good time on this one.